What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. I'm so excited to have you guys here. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name's Claire and I'm a student currently studying naturopathic medicine, and I'm super passionate about all things health, wellness, and just living a healthy and balanced lifestyle. And on my channel, I love sharing healthy meal ideas so that you guys can go get creative in the kitchen and cook yourself up some yummy and nourishing food. So if that is something you're interested in, definitely click the subscribe button because I post new videos every Monday. But as always, I know we are all super excited to get into the food, so let's just get into the video. And of course, I'm starting my week off with some baked oatmeal. You guys know I love my baked oatmeal. It's been my go-to breakfast lately, and I decided to add some blueberries, and then I just mixed those around and put it in my ramekin. Oh, the lighting was so nice. It was so sunny. It's been so nice to have the sun out again after a long winter, and I just topped it off with some of my coconut sugar crumble, which is just coconut sugar, almond flour, and cinnamon. I baked that in the oven for about 25 minutes, topped it off with some peanut butter, and that was my breakfast on Monday. A great way to start the week. Like I said, the sun was starting to come out. It's definitely been getting warmer up here in Canada. So I've just naturally been craving more cooling foods. I've mentioned this in my other videos, but I really like to eat more seasonally, especially in the preparation of my foods, focusing on warming cooked foods in the autumn and winter and more fresh cooling foods in the summer and spring. But as always, I just listen to my body and what I'm craving. But I had some corn tortillas, some leftover tofu, so I decided to make a big salad with lettuce, celery, and carrots. I just used some tahini and sauerkraut as the dressing, and I made way too much salad, so I just had a big bowl of salad on the side. But yeah, this was a really delicious and fresh lunch. No matter how hard we try, 'cause you're never on my mind. One day I woke up with you on my bed. Couldn't even remember a thing we said. I was wondering if I ever really liked you. Up against my body, but it's like I'm not beside you. Can't think of a reason I should keep you close. And for dinner on Monday, I decided to make some pasta, and I just started by sauteing up some tempeh and some coconut oil. I just seasoned that with coconut aminos, garlic powder, and smoked paprika, and I just set that aside, and then I decided to wilt down some spinach. To be honest, I just didn't feel like cooking any other vegetables. I added some tahini, garlic powder, nutritional yeast, lemon juice, salt, and pepper, the normal go-to seasonings. And then once that was all stirred through, I added in my pasta. I think I was using chickpea pasta. And I just gave that a good toss until everything was combined and warmed through. Served it up in my bowl with my tempeh, and that was my dinner on Monday. I'm not made for you. The best place for me is away from you. Lying in bed, I'm never facing you, and I'm hoping that I might make you mad. So every night you won't wanna face me too. Yeah, I could list the problems for a million years, but I don't wanna spend another minute with you here. I think you've probably had enough. I'll go ahead and be the one who breaks us up. 'Cause lately you're never on my mind. I'm trying hard to find a way to tell myself it's fine.
on Tuesday, I had some more of my baked oats. I added in some apples and blueberries and a scoop of peanut butter. And yeah, I mean, it was delicious. What else can I say? And if you guys watch my other videos, you know my tofu scramble is one of my favorite go-to meals. So I just started by sauteing up some zucchini and mushrooms in some coconut oil, added my tofu, spinach, and my spice mix. Of course, I will have the full recipe typed out in the description box below, but I just served that up on some corn tortillas. I said this in my last video, I'm on a huge corn tortilla kick. I also topped it off with some avocado. Ooh, it was a really good avocado. You guys know, I'm hit or miss with the avocados. But that was my lunch on Tuesday.
Make the skin cry. Baby, babe, it's a good night. When we wake up still on the bedside. Pillow talks a symphony. Souls connect so physically. Yeah. Cones will shine like laser beams.
In the afternoon, of course, I decided to do some baking. I decided to make up some granola. The full recipe for this granola is on my Instagram, so I will link that below. I just switched out the tahini for almond butter because I've just been on an almond butter kick lately. I baked that up in the oven, and then very important to let it cool completely, but it was super delicious. Ooh, look at that chunk. So good. And I love to make up granola because it's such an easy thing just to keep on hand to snack on throughout the week.
Take all the chances that we need. I've been driving too long, gets out of control. If only we knew how to close. I promise I'll hold your hand till it gets old and all the lights come to a close. Pillow talks a symphony. Souls connect so physically.
And for dinner, I decided to make up a stir fry. So I just started by making my sauce with some coconut aminos and a bunch of spices. And then I just sauteed up some tofu in coconut oil and just set that aside. I cooked up some carrots and broccoli. And once my veggies were all cooked down and soft, I added back in my tofu along with my sauce. I wanted to make sure that I heated my sauce through because I used arrowroot flour. And when you heat it up, that is what makes the sauce go thick and sticky and kind of make that stir fry sauce. I don't know how else to describe it. And I just cooked up some brown rice, served that up with my stir fry, and that was my dinner on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, I decided to make some carrot caked baked oatmeal. Carrot cake is one of my favorite desserts of all time, and it's the dessert that my family always made for birthdays growing up, so it's super nostalgic. I basically just made my normal baked oatmeal recipe and added some shredded carrots and coconut, topped it off with my cinnamon crumble, and of course I topped it off with some almond butter. And this is probably one of my favorite versions of my baked oatmeal, but it really just goes to show you can just play around with the flavorings, the toppings, and yeah, just have fun with it.
Sanctuary in our little bubbles. I feel you.
And I was heading into clinic later that day, and I just wanted something quick and easy because I knew I had a pretty busy shift. So I just brought some apple, granola, and peanut butter. Guys, this is my current favorite go-to snack. Just dipping apples in peanut butter and granola. Oh, it's so delicious and so simple.
Well, my friends think I'm a different kind, but there's nothing wrong with sharing my mind to everyone else. Everyone else, everyone else will think that it's weird. So maybe I might start keeping it clean and bear with the whole unusual.
So for dinner, I just started by roasting up a bunch of veggies. I had some Brussels sprouts, zucchini, and red pepper. I also marinated some tempeh in just my go-to normal marinade. I set that aside for about 10 minutes and then I threw it in the oven for the last kind of 10 or 15 minutes while the veggies were roasting. Warmed up some corn tortillas and I smashed some avocado on top of that. Added some lemon juice. Added my tempeh, my roasted vegetables. I had some alfalfa sprouts in the fridge. Topped it off with some sauerkraut and some tahini sauce. For the tahini sauce, I just mixed equal parts sauerkraut, brine, and tahini. And that was my dinner on Wednesday.
I just hope that I remember this, 'cause one day it is something I will miss. I know that I don't feel okay. I hate it 'cause it's every day. I'm making up my own mistakes. I'm hoping that I'll be replaced. I'm waiting 'cause you're in my way. I hate it 'cause it's every day. I feel alone even if you surround me. I need you now, can you be around me?
And eating on Thursday was a little bit weird because I had an exam right in the middle of the day, so I wasn't super hungry for lunch before the exam, but I knew I needed to eat something. So I just made a piece of avocado toast with some sprouts on top, and of course I put some balsamic glaze on that as well. And then I had kind of the second half of my lunch once I came home. And because I just tend to repeat meals until I get sick of them, I decided to just have some more apples, peanut butter, and granola. And yeah, that was kind of my 2-part lunch on Thursday. And for dinner, I started by roasting up some veggies. I love roasting veggies. It's just my favorite way to cook them. I just tossed some parsnips, carrots, and sweet potatoes in some coconut oil and garam masala. And then I seasoned my broccoli with coconut oil and garlic powder. I always cook my broccoli separate because it doesn't take as long. And if I put it in with the other veggies, it just tends to burn. I also seasoned some tofu in my normal seasoning, just some coconut aminos and garlic. And I threw that in the oven in the last 10 minutes that the veggies were cooking. While that was all in the oven, I got started on my tahini sauce. I just made a big batch of my maple mustard tahini sauce. You guys know this is my go-to sauce, so of course I will have the full recipe typed out in the description box below. But I just served that up with some rice that I cooked up, my roasted veggies, the tofu. I also added some more of the sprouts that I had in the fridge, and that was my dinner on Thursday. And after dinner, I had a Zoom call with one of my friends from undergrad, so we both had a glass of wine while we chatted. On Fridays, I go into the office, so I just made myself up some blueberry oatmeal, topped that off with some almond butter, and I just took that with me. I also made up a coffee to take with me as well. And for lunch on Friday, I basically just took the leftovers from the night before. I took some more of my tahini sauce and sprouts, and then I just had some more of the rice, roasted vegetables, and tofu. I warmed that up in my crock pot while I was at work, and that was my lunch. And I think that Friday dinner was probably one of my favorite meals of the whole week. I decided to make kind of a curry noodle dish. I just started by chopping up some onion, garlic, and ginger. I sauteed that down in some coconut oil and added my curry powder. I also added in my veggies, chopped up some tofu, and I just let that all cook down. I added some coconut milk, coconut sugar. Man, I use a lot of coconut products. I added in my brown rice noodles along with some cilantro. I gave it a taste and decided to add some lime juice as well. Served that all up in my bowl, and that was my dinner on Friday. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching and sticking around to the end of the video. I hope that you guys got some meal ideas and inspiration. As always, please remember to nourish your body in a way that makes you feel good. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to let me know in the comments down below and give it a thumbs up. Also, let me know what you guys want to see more of on this channel. And if you guys are new here, make sure to subscribe so you can come hang out with me every week. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.